So we're with Eric Barrak, who is set for his showdown at the Casino against Canadian heavyweight champion Dillon Carman. And this is a big opportunity for you, right, Eric?
Yeah, it's great because, like you just mentioned, he is a Canadian champion, and I won his title. So I know after the Casino, after the fight, beating him, it's just gonna blow me away up the rankings, and a rematch too. So only good things could happen to start the new year.
Create new opportunities, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So talk to me a little bit about, you're not a young fighter anymore. And you haven't always been able to be in 100% training condition for some of your past fights. What steps have you taken to make sure you're fully prepared this time?
Yeah, well, it's true. Like usually, I used to always be in shape, but the past 2 years, I have ups and downs with my training. I had to focus too on work and family time too, So sometimes it's hard to balance the two. But for this fight, I really did what I had to do to lose the extra weight that I had to lose, and I really did my homework. I really trained hard, doing a lot of running, sparring, eating the right food, and the fact that I'm fighting the Canadian champion, that means a lot to me. So that's why I really did what I had to do to bring the title to Quebec.
Do you notice results? Like, do you feel better? Do you feel different?
Yeah, my energy level is way up. I've been sparring 8 rounds for a while now. I've been doing a lot of pads, a lot of bags, and I'm able to do the rounds. I'm even training on half a minute, like 30 seconds break instead of a minute to recuperate faster, right? So no, I'm doing everything right, And another thing, yes, I am 38 years old, but as a heavyweight, it's it's not that old, and we've seen a lot of fighters more than 40 capture the title. So everything is possible, and I feel good. I'm in good shape, and feel good.
I only brought up 38 because you brought it up.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Do I look 38?
No, not at all.
Here you go.
So your last big fight, is it fair to say your last big fight was against Donovan Razor Ruddock?
Yeah, exactly.
And you had an injury in that fight that didn't allow you to perform the way you wanted to. You hurt your ankle in the first round, right?
Yeah, and no excuses with the Donovan fight. I really took the fight lightly because I was supposed to fight Steve Bosse, who has no professional fight as a boxer whatsoever. So, it's not the right thing to do, because every fight you should take it like it's a world championship fight, But I'm human, and I guess I didn't train like I did, And when I fought Donovan, the guy's 51, so I said to myself, you know what? I thought about maybe 1 or 2 rounds, I'll be going home, But but I just didn't thought I was gonna hurt my ankle during the first round. As you all see the fight, I almost knocked him out in the second round. But in the first round, I hurt my ankle. I just couldn't put the pressure on my left leg to set up all the power punches. So it is what it is. I still thought I won the fight. I know it was a close one, but if you watch the fight. There's no way that he caught me clean. I was blocking most of the shots, whatever, and I was putting the pressure. It's just that I wasn't busy enough, and that's, I think, what happened with the judge. But it was a great learning experience, and it just showed me that I was able to do 6 rounds out of shape. So imagine now, I did my homeworks. For sure, Carman is not Razor, but Razor has the experience. He know what to do in some situation. And Carman, he's just turned pro. I don't think he has my background. I've been in the boxing game for like 22 years now. I started at 16, so I'm 38 now. So there's a lot of things that I'm sure I could do, and he doesn't know, whatever. And but he's a tough guy. He's a big guy, 6'6". He could punch. But I'm just gonna put that pressure like Joe Frazier used to do to his opponent. Just put that crazy pressure, and eventually break them. So that's what I'm gonna do. So it's gonna be a good fight.
What did you think, having fought Ruddock? What did you think of Dillon Carman's victory over Razor Ruddock?
Honestly, when I saw the fight, I thought that Razor was doing not bad. I think Carman is easy to hit. If you watch the fight, he doesn't have that much of a great defense, Sorry. And he doesn't have that much of a great defense. And I think Donovan was doing good till he got hit behind the head. If you see the fight, the shot looked a bit behind the head. And but honestly, Razor was finished. He didn't have no more in the tank, and I'm happy in a way that it finished early because it didn't give the chance to get Carman a really good workout out of it. After if he would have extended the fight, then but it only lasted 2-3 rounds. So I think.
Why is it better that it didn't? I don't.
What I'm trying to say is that I give you an example, right? I mean, the best thing is to win, right? So Carman did what he had to do. He won in the third round. All I'm trying to say, I think it would have been more dangerous for me if the fight would last 8 rounds because he would have those rounds of experience, and now it only lasted 2-3 rounds. And it's done, So
Carman's still a fairly new boxer.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe if it would have every fighter wants to finish it fast, so I can't blame him. I would have done the same thing. All I'm saying is that I'm happy that it didn't last longer because then he would have the workout at the same time. Mm-hmm. So with the fact that it lasted 2-3 rounds, yeah, exactly. And sometimes it's better for a fighter to go more rounds to get the experience. Then it's just, I'll give you an example. Ali sometimes could have knocked the guy out in 1 or 2 rounds, but he decided to get a workout out of it at the same time, and then knocked him out, whatever, So and plus me too. When I fought Donovan, I was happy. I was sad that I lost, but I was happy I did the 6 rounds because those rounds gives me experience, So, but it's sad too because thinking about the fight, the Razor fight, when I saw the decision with the new Russian kid that Anna Riva has, a little, I'm not too sure. He's a new guy in town. He fought, okay, and he lost. He got knocked out, and then they changed the decision. You know that story?
He blew out his knee.
Yeah.
He blew out his knee, but he really did blow out his knee.
Yeah, I understand. But I blew out my ankle, okay? And the thing is, because I like the promoter, right? Michel Croteau was a nice promoter. It's been good to me. So if I wanted, after the second round where I couldn't really put the pressure, I could have said to the referee, listen, I just broke my ankle. I can continue. They would have probably put it at no contest, right? So I would have never lost the fight. But then the crowd would say, boo, blah, blah, blah. So, and for the promoter, because he had so much bullshit with Steve Bossy and everything, I decided to go on anyways for the fans because I was doing the main event, right? So, but sometimes I think about it, I think to myself, maybe I should have just, I was injured, but I decided to go on, so.
You did 4 rounds on a bad leg, which is not a good idea for anybody with
Well, actually, I hurt my leg in the first round, so I basically did 5 rounds injured, And it was not the right thing because the doctor said to me, when this happened, did you stop or you continue? I said, no, I continue. He said, are you crazy? And at the time, I didn't know if it was really, you know, I had to do like X-rays and whatever. I didn't know if it was really badly torn or whatever, you know. So it was a stupid thing to do to continue with an injured leg, you know. But at the same time, you know, when you fight, you have heart, you have everything, you know. There's so much feelings that decide to continue, you know. But
How is it now?
yeah, no, it's perfect. It's 100%.
Was it broken?
No, it was really torn, a torn ligament, and I had to do a little operation, and I was off for like 3 months. But no, it's 100%. Yeah, I've been running hills. I've been running, so everything is perfect. And so I'm really looking forward to this fight. You know, and a lot of fights that I lost in the past, really, I lost because of myself, because the lack of discipline, and you know, and sometimes, you know, when you have power, you think you go there and knock the guy out. But I realize now that there's tough guys out there, and you know, and boxing is a really important business and sport, and it could be dangerous, you know. So that's why I don't take this fight lightly. And since my loss against Razor, I said to myself, you know what? If I want to do this sport, I'm going to do 100%, or I'm not going to do it. So I did what I had to do to be in tip-top shape, and you guys are going to see the day of the fight.
If you win the fight, you're looking towards a rematch with Dillon? That would be the...
Well, I think he's gonna have no choice to give me a rematch, because he wants to, you know, and we'll see, you know, like once I knocked him out, then I might fight another, because you know what, I'm scheduled to fight the 27th of February against Raymond Alibouwale, Big Ray, for the CPBC, Lafreniere's belt, you know.
Canadian.
Yeah, exactly. The other, exactly. So I'm supposed to fight Big Ray the 27th of February. It all depends how this fight goes, right? So once I beat him, I have the chance to unify it with Big Ray. So once I do this fight, because I doubt that Carman's going to be able to fight after a month, right? Because he's going to get knocked out. So, you know. So it's going to be probably suspended for 60 days. But then I'm going to knock out Ray, and then I'll give the rematch to Carman. And then I'll give the rematch to Big Ray after.
And then so after that, a rematch with Oscar Rivas.
Yeah, if you know, we'll see what happens. But for sure, I'm really open. There has to be big money to fight Rivas. Because yeah.
He's on his way.
Yeah, exactly. You know.
Was the Rivas fight a case where you had compromised
you know
your positioning?
With the Rivas case, to be honest, I think I was in shape. I went to train with Renal Saint-Just, and you know what? The guy trained me well. You know, I mean, maybe not enough time, because I was with him for a month. It's not his fault. It's not my fault. But we both did what we had to do during the short period of time we had together. And you know, if you see the first round, I mean, you know, the thing I did wrong, I think, I tried to box him, you know, and I was looking good, but those guys, you have to go inside and rough them up and make it a street fight, right? So it was just the wrong game plan, and he broke my jaw in the first round. So you know, yeah. So I didn't know it was broke. All I know is that I couldn't, you know, close my mouth. My mouthpiece, you know, was always loose in my mouth. I said, "Fuck, something's going on," you know. And I got up again. He didn't knock me out like I was completely out. You know, like I decide not to. I get up at 9, but at the same time, I know I couldn't overturn this, and I didn't know if my jaw was actually really broke. And you know, the thing with Archer Abraham or whatever, I didn't want to have screws in my mouth or whatever, you know. So I said, you know what, I'd rather like lose this fight and live on and fight another day, you know. So unless the fight was close or whatever, you know, but he hurt me in the beginning, and but I was surprised about his power. He's got good power. You know, the dude got power, so he's gonna be. If he continue his discipline, whatever, I have there's no reason why he couldn't be a world champion, because he's a tough guy. You know, I just wish I would have fought him when I was, you know, like, you know, because the thing with me is that I feel that I was supposed to fight those guys when, you know, I turned pro at 28 years old, right, in 2005. In 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009, it was like my prime, right? But I couldn't be on the show. It was really hard, and you know, I wish I could have fight those guys a couple years before, you know. But I mean, I'm still in the game and doing my best to continue perform, and I don't get discouraged. And you know, I know it's a tough business, but you know, if you stop, well, then you're done. It's finished, right? So I'm gonna continue to push it, and I mean, sometime you have to learn the hard way. But sometime when I was amateur, sometime I lose, and then I win bigger things after. So pro, I think, is the same thing. You learn every fight, you know, and the main thing is just to live right and have a good focus. Just like Bute, you know, he lost. He had a couple rough times, you know. He lost this fight. Actually, I think he lost the fight, but at the same time he won the people, you know, like he did a good performance, and you know, I mean, boxing is a lot of people sometimes they get knocked down and knocked out, and then the mental is not there. You know, even the physical, it's there, everything's 100%. You're just not the same fighter no more, right? Because I don't know if maybe you don't have the courage, or you're I don't know, you know. But I'm trying to put the negative away and just train and do my job, and that's it, you know. So
Another Quebec-based heavyweight, Eric Martel. He was the man who Dillon Carman won his title from in a wild brawl at Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto a couple years ago. He's itching for a rematch with Carman. He's looking at you getting in the ring with Carman. He's saying, hey, that should be my shot. Maybe a showdown with all Quebec heavyweight showdown could be in the cards.
Hey, that'd be great. Do like a kind of a Super 6, but with heavyweight guys in Quebec. I think that would be a great idea. And you know, I told Eric on Facebook to stop crying, you know, because he was basically crying that I'm fighting Dillon, you know. But if you're supposed to fight James Toney, the world doesn't stop because of you. We have to fight too, right? So he had his chance. He got knocked out against Dillon, and you know, it is what it is. Now I've been in the top 10 rankings over 10 years in Canada. Well, I shouldn't get a shot to fight him, you know. So I'm fighting Dillon, and then there's nothing he could do. And if I win the title, it's gonna be my pleasure to defend against him. But he has to stop crying first, because once I'm the champ, I call the shot, you know. So if I want him to fight me, he fight me. And if I don't want, well, he's just gonna have to wait in line. And you know, that's it.